Hello, good afternoon out there. Welcome. I'm Gloria. This is Yoga with Gloria, and today is a yoga flow for flexibility. And quarantine life has brought us here, and it really has changed things. Both my daughters graduated elementary and middle school via Zoom on Friday, and I have mixed feelings about that. Of course, I'm proud that they graduated, but also a bit sad that they didn't get to do the whole ceremony with their friends. So this brings us to doing yoga virtually. I'm glad to connect with all of you out there this way, but just making live streams is not free, so I just please consider, if you're enjoying these, to support my ability to make these live streams. There are 3 ways you can do this. You can become a Patreon or PayPal sponsor. You can schedule a private with me via Zoom, or you can simply tell your friends about it. And simply telling your friends, it seems so easy, but actually it's very helpful because I'm trying to build my YouTube base, and people don't know me because I'm a small local instructor, and I want to share with as many people as possible. So please share and tell your friends about me, about this class, and you can do it together. All right. So more information on how to purchase a private or become a supporter on the video's description underneath. Okay, let's get started. So please say hello in the comments so I know that you're out there, and maybe if you're new, tell me where you're from. And also, if you haven't already, please like this video and hit the subscribe button. Okay, Lily, hello. Hi, Suresh and Elizabeth. Cecile from Sacramento. Hi, May. Hi, John and Abigail and Alice. I don't know which friends you invited, but hopefully they're gonna come. Hi, Dan, and thanks for inviting Alice. Hi, Dan and Alice. Cleaning my yoga mat. All right. So we'll get started. Let's just stretch on up. So make fists and really big stretch up there. Just lengthening the side as high as you can, like you're cherry picking. So up high, up high. And then walk your hands out. Keep your sitting bones on the floor and side bend. Hi, Angelina. Eliasis. Doing this for Girl Scouts. All right. Hopefully you can keep up with the whole class. And Jenny Sanchez, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And then lengthen up through the crown of your head. Let's take a twist. Other side, drawing your belly in and super straight posture. So turning from your belly, turn your ribs and look over your shoulder if you're able to. And come on back. And then we're just going to close our eyes for a moment, connecting to our breath. Just for a minute or so, letting go of your day. Every inhale, let your belly expand. Every exhale, just completely let go of anything else going on in your outside world. And let's be here for ourselves. For this hour, we committed to yoga. All right. And slowly inhale all the way up to your collarbones. Hold your breath Lift your chest. Take the sides of your neck back. And hold your breath in there for, let's try 10 more slow seconds to help reset your cortisol, your stress levels. And open the mouth and blow it out. All right, hands in front of your heart, drop your gaze. And let's take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. And we'll seal that in with 3 ohms. Inhaling deeply. All right, let's come into child's pose. Welcome, Rowena from Vancouver. Let's take your knees wide and your big toes touching. And you're going to reach your hands forward. So maybe your head can touch the floor, or maybe it can't. If you have a block, you can use a block. If you need it. Okay, otherwise you are just stretching. And then you're going to walk your hands over to your left. So let's bring your left forearm down and tent your right fingertips up. And isometrically drag your right fingertips back towards your right knee. All right, other side, walking over, right forearm down, left fingertips up, forehead down if you can, isometrically drag, fingertips towards your left knee. All right, and then come on up to all fours. Let's spread our fingers wide, fingertips facing forward, little external rotation. We're going to drop your belly, little cat-cow looking up, exhale, round your back. Keep that flexibility in your spine. Keep it nice and supple. Tailbone down, round up like Halloween cat. Inhale, looking up, opening your chest. Exhale, rounding forward. And drop and round. Do 2 more. And let's add a lion's breath for the last one. Stick your tongue out as far as you can. Draw your belly in. Let out all the air. And release. You're going to take your right arm up and a fist and circles. You're going to thread the needle right under. Bring your head to the floor. Hi, Roseanne and Daisy. And then isometrically dragging the shoulder back towards you. So feel how this feels in your body. If you like just holding here, you can stay here. If you want to add more, you can reach your left hand up. Maybe bring your knees closer together. Stretch your left leg and then lift it straight up. You might be able to slowly bring it forward, anywhere on the floor, maybe in your hands. And then you'll feel the hamstring stretching. Stack your shoulders. Maybe lift the arm up or maybe take it behind you. Catch the top of your right thigh and roll your shoulder back. And release. All right. And let's reset here. Do another cat-cow. And then we're going to lift your left arm up. Make a fist in circles. Thread your needle. And isometrically dragging your left shoulder back. Option to reach your hand up. And option to straighten the right leg. Lift. And slowly lower it down to the floor or in your hand. And you can stay here or you can lift the right arm up behind you, grabbing onto the top thigh, and then roll your shoulder back. And release. Okay, you're going to come on down to your belly. And let's take your hands by your hips, your chin down. And you're going to come on up for Shalabhasana, lifting up, squeezing shoulder blades together, pointing your toes, and down, and up, and down. And one more time, up. And slowly come on down. All right. Let's bring our fingertips forward, like kind of on the top of the mat. And we're just going to press into the tops of your feet and stretch out. So it can be your palm down or you can come onto your fingertips. You're going to slowly lower down. Bring your hands a little closer. It can be wider, so everyone's different. And then pressing down with your tops of your feet and your pubic bone, lifting up, opening your chest, squeezing your glutes. And so there's no pinching in your low back. If there is for you, you can just stay here until we finish. And then we're going to bring our hands even closer to us. And we're going to squeeze the shoulders on our backs, lift the elbows and tops of the feet down, pubic bone down, lift up, take the back of your neck back. And slowly lower down. Curl your toes. And you're going to come into all fours. Curl the toes and you're going to lift your shins parallelish to the floor. You can come straight into downward dog, or you can do this little core work here. We'll do 5 more breaths. Good, and straighten out your legs. So pedal your feet, yes and no. Shake your head, yes and no. Pedal your feet. And you can take your right foot and put it behind. You can open up your toes and put it behind your ankle. Just try to press your ankle down as much as you can to stretch out your calf. Like you can even do this anywhere along here to put a little weight down. And then the other side, so just hooking the left foot, helping to lower the heel down, adding a little weight, where you can just press the heel all the way down if it's available to you. If it won't go down, just go into a nice stretch for you. and release. All right. Feet are hips width distance apart, and you're going to come onto your tippy toe. Shift your heels to the left, pressing more in the left heel of your palm, and then up over to the other side. So pressing more into the right heel of your palm. You want to keep that downward dog shape. And back to center. Let's lift the right leg, and we're going to bring it forward between our hands. So we're coming into a runner's lunge. Fingertips, or you can use blocks if you need to. So just pulling your right hip back, looking up, and then we're just going to straighten the front leg. Straighten the front leg, lower down, look up, and straighten the front leg, and lunge again. And one more time, straighten the front leg. See if you can lift the front toes up. And then maybe even rock onto the front heel. Pull your right hip back to feel this stretch in the back of your hamstrings. So forehead down. So if you need a modification, you can go to a table or a chair. Just hold on to the sofa or something, or you can use these blocks if you have blocks. Okay? So we're gonna bend the back knee, and you're gonna hinge forward with your hips. Keep your chest on your thigh. Look up. And then one more time for this flexibility in your hamstrings. You're gonna fold forward. Fingertips out to the side. And then take that right hip back. Little tiny pulsing action. So it's like you're doing a push-up almost. Elbows out. Forehead towards your shin. Softening in your hamstrings. Every time you come down, let's do 10 more. Good. And then hold a static stretch here. If you want, you can walk your hands back. Forehead towards your shin. And then drop your knee to the floor. We're going to come up, interlace, and bring your hips forward. Lift your chest. You can stay here or undulate asana up if it's okay with you. Or you can interlace your fingers and take your head up, elbows in. And release. Let's take a twist here. So left hand down for an easy twist. Or you can go a little deeper, elbow past your knee. Namaste your hands. And then lift up. Maybe open the arms. Maybe backward spine. Okay, come on back. Come to your knees. Rock it forward on your knees or straight, elbows back for chaturanga, up and down. Maybe 2 of them. And then come down to your belly. Let's find a cobra. So cobra is your favorite version of cobra. So if this doesn't work, please take this one. The one that feels best for you. Even look up if it feels okay for you. Curl your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose, out your mouth. And notice how the right side of your body feels compared to the left. Since we only stretched out the right side, hamstrings, and the left side is going to get some right now. Left leg up, three-legged dog. And float it forward, coming onto fingertips or blocks. So you're gonna come into lunge-ish position, and then you're gonna straight-ish, and then lunge and straight. And lunge-ish, looking forward. And we're going to straighten both legs. If you need to step the back foot forward, you can. If you need to come onto a table or a chair, then you can just hold that there, or you can hold your blocks here, okay? So wherever you are, see if you can lift your front toes and notice how that feels different in your hamstrings. Lift onto your heel. Keep pulling that left hip back. Forehead. Fold over. And let's drop the back knee and look up. Keep your chest glued on your thigh if you can. And then straighten. Pull your left hip back. Oh, hello, Rowena Escato. Welcome. Glad you can join today. Drop your knee, look up. And if you need a shorter stance, now's the time. As you straighten, you can step the back foot in if you need to. Take that left hip back. It makes a big difference when you square the hips forward. And then hands can come out. And you're going to pulse a little. Forehead bows over the front shin. And the elbows come up and down like a push-up. So do 10 more. And welcome Ariane from Oregon, and Philippe, welcome. And let's do 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And static hold for 3 breaths. You can even walk your hands back. Okay, drop the back knee to the floor. And let's interlace your fingers and bring your hips forward. So square the hips, left hip back, right hip forward. Really squeezing in, squeezing your core, scissoring your inner thighs. And you can stay here, or you can, if you want to make it harder, and add a little back bend looking up. And release your hands down. So you can take your right hand down for an easy twist. Or you can go a little deeper. So bringing your elbow, hooking it past your knee. You want to kind of do cat-cow pose here to get a little deeper and deeper. The arm and the knee resist each other. Namaste. Maybe lift up. See if you can put the thumb to your heart to your thumb, and maybe look up. Maybe open the arms for some of you. Billy, hello. Welcome. I was wondering when you were going to try it. And you can stay here. Some of you might have a twist. bind, and release. Come on down to your knees. Again, you can come on your knees and do it. Most of you will be on your knees as elbows come back and do chaturanga, or you can do it with full legs. So wherever you're at, most people are like this. And wherever you are, that's fine. I just want a really strong, tight body. So try not to loosey-goosey fall down like this, okay? You want to keep it nice and straight like a board, like a plank, as you come down and up to build that upper body strength and flexibility. You open up your chest. You could bend the knees slightly and hug in, and maybe even look up. Okay, now we're going to curl the toes, downward facing dog. Feet together, right leg lifts. You're going to bring it forward. Come on up for crescent pose. Back heel is lifted, hips are squared forward, arms overhead. And you root down through your feet, get down as low as you can. If you have the balance, you can grab your left wrist, lift it up, and slightly bend over to your right. And then you get a really nice side body stretch. Maybe get into your tensor fascia lata side. Anecdotal Gardener on Twitch from Oregon. Welcome. Side body stretch. All right, from here, hands forward, reaching back, coming forward in a 45-degree angle if you can. Maybe arms overhead, even harder for 3 breaths. 2 and 1. Left hand comes down, easy twists. And then step it back. You can lower to halfway chaturanga or to your belly. Find your cobra. And then downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Let's bring it forward. High lunge, other side. Square the hips forward. Inhale, exhale, root down. Again, if you have your balance, grab your right wrist, lift it first up and then over to your left. And get that nice side body stretch. Fanning out your ribs, low back even. And come on back, so you can stay here, level 1. Level 2, you're gonna hinge forward with a flat back right here, getting your posterior chain, your quads, your glutes, and your low back. And then if you want to go harder, arms alongside your ears for 3 breaths. 2. And last 1. Right hand comes down, easy twists. And then step it forward fold. From here, you can grab your big toes, lift and lengthen forward, exhale, fold. So if you cannot touch the floor, please use a block in front of your left foot. Bend the left knee. You're going to twist over to your right. So if you don't need the block, you're right here. If it's hard for you, you can put your hand on your sacrum and roll your shoulder back. You might feel this in the outer right IT band. And other side. Bending the right knee and twisting over. And release. And circle the arms up. In front of the heart. Let's step your left leg back. And we're going to find a warrior one here. So facing forward. Right hip back. And left elbow over right, eagle arms, lift your elbows. If you're more flexible in your upper body, you can find a little thoracic back bend here. Bring it forward, and you can bring the elbows into your chest as you come forward for warrior three legs. So if it's hard for you there, you can interlace your fingers over your thigh and just like a lever, just bring it straight up. Try to keep the left toes pointing straight down. Or you can have the hands out to the side or the full Virabhadrasana 3 with the arms alongside your ear. And release your hands to the floor, standing splits. So from here, you can stay here or take your hand behind your calf. Lift and lengthen, exhale, fold. Bring your forehead closer to your shin. Squeeze your left glutes. And then release. You're going to bend the back knee and bring it over to your right, so you're having a seat in Ardha Matsyendrasana. So the right foot is flat on the floor here. Both of your sitting bones are on the floor. Lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to twist and hug your thigh, your knee, or you can hook it over your knee. Come into the back fingertips and really lengthen up through the crown of your head. Drawing your belly in is where the twist begins. And release. And unwind. We're just going to pop right back into downward dog. Inhale through the nose, open the mouth and let it go. Left leg lifts. And let's bring it forward. Spin the back heel down, warrior one. So take the left hip back, square your hips forward. Right elbow over left, eagle arms. You can lift if you like. And elbow in towards your sternum. Come onto the tippy toes and lift up with eagle arms if you can. Or you can, like a lever, right over your thigh here. Or you can fly your arms out. Or extend it straight up. And then hands to the floor. Standing splits or standing 90 degree. Most people are here, so don't feel bad. So if you want and you have your balance, you can bend the standing leg, press into the calf as you straighten it. Bring your forehead closer to your shin and release. And bring your knee over to the left. Come have a seat. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Twisting out those toxins, lifting up, and exhale, twist. Hook it past your knee. So the arm, the elbow, and the knee resist each other. Both sitting bones are on the floor, and you twist. And release. Okay. Cross your feet. And actually, let's come up into standing. So we're going to take a wide stance here for Prasarita. Feet are kind of parallel-ish. So spin the inner thighs back as you slowly come forward. Hands on the floor or a chair or a block. Or you can come up into headstand here if you have that practice. For Prasarita. Lift and lengthen. And we're gonna heel toe our feet a little closer together as we come up, interlace our fingers, and we're gonna bring our hips back as we go side to side here. So it can be like this, side to side. Here we go. If you're more flexible, you can come all the way down and straighten one leg. So listen to your body. Oh, thanks, Monash. Good, heel down, toes up. So feeling the inner thigh, your adductor stretch. If you can bend this knee, see if you can lower the heel down to the floor. If you can do that, see if you can bring your knee out. But don't worry if you can't do these things. Down, lift, and out. And one more on each side. So you can still be standing if you're less flexible. I know some of you are more beginners, so that's fine. Just showing all the possibilities. Some of you are really flexible. You can even take a backwards bind here. So don't hurt yourself if you can't. If you can't lower this heel down, then I wouldn't try it. So let's just try this on the other side. Bringing your hands behind you to bind if you can. No worries if you can't. Release. And you're going to parallel your feet. Take your hips back, draw the belly in, and slowly take one hand at a time just above your knees here. Just above your knees. So the back is flat, just like this. We're going to do a spinal twist here. Drop your right shoulder forward and twist. Maybe look over your left shoulder. And if you don't feel the inner thigh stretching that much, then you can, let's drop the other side. Left shoulder down. And come on back. And heel toe a little closer for those of you that maybe you didn't feel it that much. What you can do is karate chop your knees out. Karate chop your knees out as you sit down. So, you can try that. All right, and slowly come on up. Let's do one more warrior pose, warrior two. For flexibility, we're going to add a shoulder. So warrior two is right here. And you're going to shrug your shoulders and then drop it down and away. So you know where, if you have shoulder tension, just try to release it there. And then let's take your left arm forward and just take it straight across to stretch your shoulders. Good. And then come back to warrior two. We're going to take reverse warrior. And then bring your elbow to your knee here. So press your weight here, about 60% or so of your weight. And then your chest, you're going to rotate the ribs up, okay? Press down, rotate the ribs up as much as you can. Then you want to lean your head back so your crown of your head is tracking that second toe. To get that, press your left pinky in the floor, get that side body stretch all the way up your side body. And then take your top hand behind you, so maybe it can come into the top of your thigh here. Roll your shoulder back, so this is your half bind. You can drop your hand to a block or fingertips and bend and straighten if you're able to. And then let's go ahead. If you're able to, you can take a full bind and lean back. And release. Quarter turn with your foot in, and we're going to come on to the other side. Warrior two on the other side. So again, if you're not sure you're holding tension in your shoulders, go ahead and hold a lot of tension in your shoulders. Shrug it up to the ears. Inhale and then exhale. Relax and release and open up. Sink down into your warrior two, and then take your right arm straight across the collarbones and just stretch out. Try to lower the right shoulder down a little. You feel that shoulder stretch. And breathe deep. And then release. And reverse the warrior. Bend the front knee and find that side body stretch. And then bring your elbow to your knee with the palms facing up, about 60% of your weight here. And you're going to rotate the chest up. Rotate the chest up and take your arm over your head. Breathe into the side body. Take your right hand behind you. Roll your shoulder back and feel that. Open up your shoulders. So you can stay here in a half bind, or you can drop your hands to a block or fingertips. And you can bend and straighten, or you can take a full bind. And release. Okay, you're going to bring your legs a little closer together. And you can do this on the mat, or if you have a blanket and a hardwood floor, you can slide. It'll be easier. Or if you have carpet and like something that slides, like, paper plates or something, you can do that. You don't need the blanket. I'm just showing you with the blanket, it's easier. You can do it just on the mat if you like. But so we're going to come back here to our low lunge position with or without blocks. So you're going to slide back or just wiggle yourself into this position we had earlier, Ardha Hanuman. So heels up, toes, heels down, toes up, dragging the right heel back towards you. So you can stay here. See how we worked into our flexibility today. So if you're able to go back a little bit, you might slide back, maybe walk the blocks back, lower them if you get lower, and just find out where you are. You can yawn here, that so that jaw and your hips tend to lock up at the same time. So sometimes if you release one, you can also put something under you so you feel a little accomplished, like you touched down somehow. Okay, and then don't forget to save enough energy to pull yourself back. All right, and we'll do the other side. So you are welcome to stay in Ardha Hanuman right here, continuing increasing your flexibility by just, stretching into your hamstrings here. If you're curious to see how far you can go, that's when you can slide on back, lowering the blocks as you go. Please don't hurt yourself. So only go to your maybe 60%, maybe 70%, 80 at the max. Make sure you can come out. Almost looks like. And slowly come on up. All right. That's our leg. All right. So now let's come onto our belly. And we're going to come on up. You're going to take your right forearm down, turn to your left. See if you can grab your foot here and just pull it in. You want the heel to come to the outside of your glute here. So if you're more flexible, not everyone will do this, but if you are, you can flip the grip. So what I mean by that, my fingers are pointing down now. You want to see if you can swivel your fingers forward the same direction the toes are facing, and then curl your toes back, and then just bring the heel down as far as you can, or the toes down as far as you can till you feel a stretch. So some people feel the stretch way up here, so you don't have to, don't hurt yourself. Okay, let's try the other side. Grabbing your foot, bringing it in any amount for the heel to be on the outside of your hip. Maybe flip the grip, curl the toes back, fingers facing same direction as the toes, elbows up, and pull it down. All right. And then let's grab our heels. So if you can't grab your heels, you're going to be here in Shalavasana. Okay, we're going to increase that flexibility in our spine, our back, holding our ankles. See if you can kick your shins away. Not good to do if you didn't empty your bladder. Okay, over to the left. Try to keep your hands on your ankles. Keep holding your ankles. Go to the right. Come on back and release. All right, we did our legs. Let's do some shoulders. So left, do that shoulder yin stretch. Left arm down, forearm down, right forearm down. And then we'll walk your hands away from each other. And then you'll just hook your chin over your shoulders and let the weight of your head stretch out your shoulder joints. All right, and then release. And then we're gonna help the camera today. Good. So we'll do a spinal twist, which is really good for the health of your spine. It's a little tricky, but right arm out. We have a camera on top, so it's a little easier to see. So right arm up, and then you're gonna flip and twist the left leg back. Take your right leg forward. And so the hips are stacked. And then if you can, you're going to lift and smash your right chest in the floor and walk your hands away from each other. Maybe put the chin down. So that'll send that nice twist all the way up your spine through the crown of your head. So even the neck gets the benefit. Some people find this really uncomfortable. So if you're really uncomfortable like that, you can just look to your left and just put your head down. But then notice that twisting action and the benefits only go up to the top of your shoulders and you don't get that neck part. So I like to do it. 3. So this feels great for most people. So just make sure you're one of them. If something doesn't feel good in your back, then don't do it, okay? So release. Other side. So now I'm taking my right forearm down, closer to me, the left forearm over, and walk the hands away. And hook your chin over your shoulder blades. And just breathe deeply here. Little yin stretch for the shoulders. So if you have inflammation in your body and it hurts to do this, then don't do this. Or if it hurts to do anything, then you can modify as needed, or just sit this one particular exercise out. All right, and now for the twisty. It's kind of like making an X with your body, the left arm out. You're gonna roll your body over, so the right hip is on top. Walk your left leg forward, and the right leg is straight and just hovering in the air. So you're either looking to your right like this, or you can add even a deeper twist by lifting up your upper body and smashing your left chest in the floor, chin down, and walk your hands away from each other. Walk your feet away from each other. A nice healthy spiral in your spine here. Your limbs are kind of making an X. We're wringing out our spine. So any stagnant energy stuck in the spine, it's a really good way to take it out. All right, and release. Shimmy side to side, and looks like we have time for a hip opener. We've pretty much flexed, stretched everything but hips. So you can take a pigeon pose here. Right knee out to the side. Hips are squared forward. If your right hip is up way too high, you can stick a blanket, a pillow under here. If you just can't do this pose, you're new to yoga, you're welcome to lay on your back and stretch the same piriformis outer hip by doing the right ankle over the left knee. And then you'll take your right hand between and interlace behind your hamstrings or in front of your shin. So you can do this one. I'll do this one. And option to come down to your forearms. And breathing into our piriformis and our hips. So we tend to hold a lot of emotions in our hips. And it's been a very emotional time for a lot of us. So, doing just a pigeon every day, every night is good. Come on up. And if you can, you're going to turn to the left. Maybe grab your foot, maybe pull it in for a quad stretch. If you have a practice for mermaid, you can hook it and lift it up. If you don't, then just pull it in. And we'll try the other side. If you want to take one last vinyasa, you can. Left leg up, just switch sides. Squaring your hips forward and coming down. Nice deep breath. Feeling where you're stretching. So you'll feel it where you're tightest. So everyone feels it different. Most people feel it in the piriformis, middle of your left glute, fanning all the way out. And then come on up, turn to your right, grab your foot if you can. Just pull it in any amount. Option to play with your mermaid if you have that practice. And release. Okay. And then you can either lay down for Shavasana, or you can take any comfortable seated position as we surrender to our practice. Just a minute or so here. I encourage you to go into a meditation after this if you have the time, or a long Shavasana that we all need. Inhale and fill our belly, ribs, and chest. Open our mouth and blow it out. And then we'll take our hands all the way up. Namaste your hands. And let's press our hands into our heart center and smile and feel blessed. And think of all the things we're grateful for today. Look for the positives, look for the beauty in the world. And with gratitude for our practice here together, and for each and every one of you, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. and for being in this virtual energy yoga classroom together. I appreciate you. And don't forget to thumbs up on the video and share it with a friend. And I normally live stream 3 times, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So please join me again. And also please consider supporting me and my ability to bring these live streams to you. And there's more information below the video's description. Thank you everyone who already supported me in any way, monetarily or by sharing with friends. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Be safe. Bye.